Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, over the years I've showed you guys how you could spawn in a bunch of rare vehicles in GTA 5 online, whether this is rare cars to keep in your collection or whether it's to spawn in rare vehicles just to mess around with in free roam. And going off the feedback from these videos, you guys always seem to really enjoy them, and with it being quite a while since I showcased some rare cars in GTA 5 online, I thought I'd go ahead and make an updated 2025 version showing you guys how you could spawn in a bunch of rare cars and vehicles in GTA 5 online. So if you guys do go on to enjoy the video and you would like to see me cover more rare vehicle spawn locations in the future, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. With that being said, let's get into the video. The first step to going ahead and getting this police vehicle is to make sure you guys do have Amani as a phone contact. Now, if Amani's not showing up as a phone contact, you may not have it selected as a phone favorite, so simply just pull up your interaction menu, go down to preferences, phone favorites, and select Amani. Now, if you guys don't have Amani as an option and you're wondering why you don't, in order to unlock Amani as a contact, you will have to go ahead purchase an agency. Once you've purchased the agency, you will have to go ahead and then complete one security contract. Then once you've completed the security contract, you have to head over to the golf club, meet Franklin, and complete the on-course mission. And then you should notice upon completing that mission, when you head back to your agency, you will have a little cutscene with Franklin. However, once you leave your agency, you will now have a new contact in the form of Imani. Now, before I show you guys exactly how you can spawn this motorbike in, it is worth mentioning there is 4 different locations that you can get it to spawn in at. So the very first location that you guys can find this police bike once you trigger it will be in the parking lot at the sheriff's office in Toledo Bay. And as you guys can see on screen, if you guys aren't aware of this location, here is the exact location of the sheriff's office. A lot of you guys may remember this location because this is one of the original spawn locations for the police riot van, which of course Rockstar Games only released with last month's DLC. And as an interesting thing to take note of, this police riot van still spawns in this parking lot. As you guys can see on screen, I decided to just go ahead and take it for a spin. So if you guys are also ever wanting to use the police riot van and save yourself $3.6 to $4.8 million, you can just go ahead and find this van 9 times out of 10 over at the parking lot. However, like I said, you can also get the police bike to spawn in this location. Now, before I show you guys how to actually spawn the bike in, the second location you guys can get to spawn will be at the police station over in Sandy Shores. Once again, another police station which is known to have the police riot van just parked up outside of it without having to take any steps to spawn it in. Like I said, this police riot van really is shocking that Rockstar Games have charged $4.8 million, and it's one of the most commonly spawned police vehicles in the game. However, the location that you guys can see on screen, being the police station over at Sandy Shores, is another location you guys can get to spawn. Now, the third location you guys can get this police bike to spawn at, pretty sure this police station is used in a couple missions, so a lot of you guys may have been to this parking lot before. I think it's to do with the vehicle warehouses where you have to steal a vehicle from here. However, here is the location of the police station in La Mesa, and the fourth and final location where you guys can get this bike to spawn will be at the most famous police station in the game, of course being the police station over at Mission Row, which of course Rockstar Games only just featured in a robbery to do with the new salvage yard. So whilst these are the 4 locations you guys can get this bike to spawn at, for some dumb reason you will notice the bike will never naturally spawn in game for you guys at these police stations. If you think you can just turn up to one of these police stations and find one of these bikes randomly, you're going to be trying to spawn this bike in all the way up until GTA 7. So there's a few important steps you guys want to make sure you take note of in order to spawn this bike in straight away without fail. So the very first thing you want to remember is to never be within 50 meters of one of these police stations. If you stand directly within 50 meters of these police stations, then you will not be able to get this motorbike to spawn in using the method I'm going to show you. So if you guys aren't aware, by going ahead and calling Amani, one of her abilities will be to source you guys a motorcycle. Now, depending in what area you guys are standing in when you source the vehicle from Amani will depend on what vehicle and what location you guys are given. Now, like I mentioned, there is 4 different locations that you guys can get this bike to spawn in, so I will show you guys the best location in just a second. However, quickly going over all of the areas that you guys want to be in when sourcing this motorbike. So as you guys can see on the screen, the orange area is the area you guys want to be located inside of if you do want to get the police motorbike to spawn at the sheriff's office in Paleto Bay. If you want to get the police bike to spawn in over at Sandy Shores, you want to be within this orange area in Sandy Shores. If you guys want to get it to spawn at the La Mesa police station, here is the area you guys have got to be within to go ahead and source the motorcycle. And to source the motorcycle at the 4th location being Mission Row, here is the radius you guys have got to be within. Now, like I mentioned, and as you guys can see on screen by the little circle around the main character, you don't want to be within 50 meters of the actual police station when you source the motorcycle in. Now, there is also a 1 in 4 chance that you will get the motorcycle. So to increase your chances massively, what you guys want to do is go on the borderlines of the 2 police stations known as Mission Row and La Mesa. As you guys can see on screen, you can still be in one of these radiuses, source a motorcycle, and not be given the location of the police. You could be given a random motorcycle like an Esky. So like I said, to prevent this from happening and to pretty much guarantee you get these motorbikes every single time, you want to head to this exact location directly in between La Mesa and Mission Row police station. So as you guys can see on screen, the yellow bit indicates the radius to spawn it over at the Mission Row police station, and the orange section indicates the radius to spawn it at La Mesa police station. So if you guys stand directly in between 2 of these in this red marker zone, then you will massively increase your chances of getting this vehicle from 1 to 4 to 2 out of 4. So you're going to be getting a 50% chance every single time, and I've done this directly twice coming online straight away. As you guys can see on screen, I won't make any edits just to prove that this works straight away. As long as you guys head to the area right near the paint spray, as you guys can see on screen, and then you call Amani to source a motorcycle, you will be given the police motorcycle the majority of the time. Once you guys source a vehicle from this location, Amani will spawn that police motorcycle directly outside the police station straight away. So it is very, very easy to go ahead and source one of these vehicles straight away to use whenever you guys want. And the best part is you don't have to put the upfront cost of millions of dollars. One of these rare cars that you guys might want to try out is the pink limousine. Now, as I'm sure you guys are aware, the stretch limo has been in GTA 5 online for a while, and you can buy the black and white one. However, you guys cannot purchase the pink limousine. In case you guys, like I said, want to go and try out a different vehicle in free roam, take some cool Snapmatic pictures or Rockstar editor movies, just having access to different and rare vehicles gives you guys so much more potential. So all you guys want to do is basically head to Cockatoo's nightclub. It's actually on the same street as where the Prairie spawns, but it's just a further bit down the road, more towards the Eclipse Towers. Now all you guys basically want to do is head here around 1 AM, and you guys will notice this pink limousine will spawn in every single time. And the good thing about the limousines, like I said, is that they are a bit of a novelty vehicle, so you can go ahead and get a bunch of your mates in the background and just mess around it online, because that is what GTA 5 is all about at the end of the day. Known as the Mexican Mariachi, this car cannot be purchased off any in-game website and can only be acquired by you guys going ahead and doing a specific thing in free roam. Another great thing about this method is it is solo. It doesn't require any friends, it doesn't require you to be any rank, you don't need any car to start it. All you need basically is a heli. You don't even need a heli, but I would suggest getting the heli straight away, and it's going to save you guys a bunch of time. So once you guys have got a heli, you want to head to the location that you can see on screen. It's right next to this parachute mission that's called Rocky Roads. So simply head over to this parachute job. Now if you guys can't see any parachute missions on your minimap, don't worry, this is basically because you guys have just hidden them before. So if you guys want parachute jobs and all that to show up on your minimap, if they're currently not showing, all you want to do is pull up your interaction menu and then go down to hide options. Now from here you guys can see, you can select what shows up on your minimap, so you can change contact missions, parachutes, races and all that. Just make sure that you have everything on show, and then that should sort out that problem. You should be able to see this parachute. So this cliff that you can see me looking at right now is actually where the mariachi tornado is going to spawn. However, it's not going to spawn on there until 7 PM or 1900 hours, so you don't actually want to be looking at that cliff while it's spawning in. So what I'd suggest doing is going back to the parachute job, stand right in front of it, and if you guys stand right in front of it, you should notice that if you look through a sniper, you'll be able to see Mount Chiliad. Simply just look at Mount Chiliad until 1900 hours arrives on your phone. Now as soon as it's 7 o'clock, 7 PM, you want to head back to the cliff area. As you guys can see I'm doing on screen, you should notice that the sunset is just taking place, so there should be like a big burst of light. Just run towards the light. I would also suggest parking your helicopter near the edge of this mountain, because as soon as you guys look off this cliff, like I explained earlier, you'll notice there should be two characters sitting in the tornado mariachi with a bunch of police behind them. Now from here you have to shoot the driver of the mariachi very quickly, because as you guys can see they will start to drive off the cliff, and if you don't kill them, the mariachi will literally just drive straight off the cliff and explode, and then you'll have to wait another 48 minutes until you can repeat this process again. So as you guys saw, just take your time, pull out a sniper and then pick off the driver. Now once you guys have shot the driver, you should have a 2-star wanted level. I would suggest calling Lester, get him to remove your wanted level, jump back in your heli and then go over and collect the mariachi. So that little part there that I just explained about the mariachi driving off the cliff, you might be thinking, why the hell is it driving off the cliff and why is there a bunch of police behind it? This is actually another Easter egg within GTA 5. So this little scene that you see being reenacted in GTA 5 is actually from a very famous movie which came out in the early 90s called Thelma and Louise, and in the ending scene they're in a car very similar to the mariachi looking, and they actually drive off the cliff at the end instead of giving themselves over to the cops. Now you might be saying, it's a bit of a coincidence until you actually arrive at the mariachi like I do on screen, and it's two female characters. Nonetheless, getting back to the actual video at hand, once you guys arrive and you get in the mariachi, you're not quite done from here. You are still on a very narrow, steep cliff, so if you guys do fall off from here, the car may explode. So be patient, don't rush this part, just take your time and maybe do what I do on screen. So just pull a full 180 with the car, so you're driving back towards where the police cars are, drive around the edge of this tree, and now from here to simply drive off this little mountain bit into the dirt path and then take it over to a paint spray so you can go and whack your insurance on it. Now unfortunately you can't customize the paint jobs on this car. It would be sick if you could, but nonetheless there is, like I said, 4 different versions of the tornado. You have the hard top, the convertible, the upgraded one at Benny's, and now you can have this mariachi. So you can have 4 different versions of this car, and you never really know what might happen in the future. Like what Rockstar done previously when they took out vehicle spawn locations, they could easily remove this from the game in the next few patches. So the very first step in order to spawn a Dubsta 2 in, you guys will have to actually go ahead and acquire a Dubsta 2 yourself. Now there is 3 different options you guys can take to go ahead and do this. The very first option is completely solo, so all you guys have to do is be in a free roam session, and it is worth mentioning this method does work in a public and an invite only session. However, once you guys are in your session, all you have to do is pull up your phone and call Miss Baker. Now as you guys can see on screen, when you guys call Miss Baker, one of the options is car service, where you guys can go ahead and request a Dubsta. Now this Dubsta 2 will work to spawn in the gold and chrome Dubstas that I showed you guys at the start of the video. And I must clarify this, I see a few people always getting confused. The Dubsta 2s are different to the normal Dubsta cars that you can buy off the in-game website or that you see driving around, the Dubsta 2s do come with a few unique features which I will touch upon later on in the video. However, getting back to the method, so that is the first option you guys have to start the method, by firstly getting a Dubsta 2. Now it is worth mentioning, for the first method, by calling Miss Baker, you guys will have to have a casino penthouse. So like I said, there is other options. I know a lot of you guys may not own a casino penthouse yet, you're a low level, so don't worry, there is another option for you guys. The second option to go ahead and get a Dubsta 2 in order to spawn them in is to register as an MC, or get your friend to go ahead and register as an MC, and simply make someone a road captain in the MC organization. Now you guys will notice, when you're a captain of an MC, you guys can also request a Dubsta as a vehicle. This vehicle will also work to go ahead and spawn in the gold and chrome Dubstas. So if you guys don't have a casino penthouse, this method is by far the most straightforward and easy for you guys. And if you don't have that many friends that do play GTA 5 online, and you're looking for another player to go ahead and make a road captain or try this method out with, then do be sure to go ahead and join my Discord server, which I will leave linked as a pinned comment and in the description. However, as I was saying, once you guys have got a road captain in your MC organization, you can now go ahead and call up the Dubsta 2. Now the third and final option is the most hardest and the most tedious, and that's actually by going ahead and stealing them off enemy NPCs during bunker resupply missions. If you guys do own a bunker, then you may have noticed that you do get chased down by enemies in Dubsta 2s. So what you can actually go ahead and do is steal the Dubsta 2s off the enemy NPCs and use that to go ahead and spawn in the gold and chrome ones. However, as I was saying, only use the option if 1, you don't have a casino penthouse to call Miss Baker very easily, or 2, you can't register as an MC, or you don't have a friend to make as a road captain to go ahead and spawn in the Dubsta. Now me personally, I've already got a garage full of these Dubsta 2s, and they do sell for a pretty decent price, which I will speak about more later on in the video. So I went ahead and used option 2 of what I just spoke about, where I made one of my friends create an MC to make me a road captain, so I could just go ahead and request a Dubsta 2. Now once you guys of course have the Dubsta 2, all you guys want to do is go ahead and spawn in the gold and chrome ones. In order to do so, all you have to do is drive between a certain location between 9 AM and 5 PM. And like I said, this can be done in a free roam public lobby. However, you guys can also start up a contact mission where it will be paused or frozen in that time. However, I will get into that in just a second. However, if you guys are doing this in free roam, like I said, you want to get it to spawn over right by this paint spray, and in order to do so, all you have to do is get in the Dubsta that you just spawned as a road captain and drive in a circle just in the area near the paint spray. Like I said, if you do this between 9 AM and 5 PM in game time, you guys will notice a Dubsta 2 either in gold or chrome will spawn parked up right outside the paint spray. Now a trick to actually get it to spawn is when you guys are driving in a little circle right around the area, in order to get it to spawn, is to not look your camera angle directly at the paint spray location. So just do like a bird's eye view, or aim it to the left or the right, just so by the time you guys arrive at the paint spray, that's when you want to be looking, because Rockstar Games will rarely show you guys vehicles actually spawning into the game. So you don't actually want to go ahead and prevent the vehicle from spawning in by just directly staring your camera angle at the paint spray. So as you guys can see on screen, eventually if you guys drive around in a little loop right near the airport, right up this little motorway leading up to the paint spray, there will be a Dubsta 2 parked up directly there for you guys to go ahead and grab completely free. Now if for some reason the Dubsta 2 isn't spawning in by paint spray, another trick that you guys can try is parking the Dubsta 2 right by the paint spray and then jumping in a random NPC car and then simply go ahead and drive the NPC car around in a small circle as you can see me doing on screen, and then that should also go ahead and spawn the Dubsta 2 in for you guys. Now once you guys do spawn in the Dubsta 2, make sure you drive that straight into Pay and Spray and whack an insurance on it, as it won't be insured, so if someone comes over to you and blows, you will have to repeat that process again. Now of course it can be quite tedious if you're doing this in a free run public session or even an invite only session to wait around for the specific times in between 9 AM and 5 PM. So what you guys want to go ahead and do is start up a contact mission known as Time to Get Away. Now what you guys will notice is when you guys spawn into this mission, the clock will be paused or frozen at 12 PM, which means you guys of course don't have to wait around in free roam. And of course you can also go ahead and spawn this car in during this mission, so you don't have to do it in free roam. Maybe you're waiting around and it's night time, you have to wait till 9 AM, wait in minutes or time out of your day. Whereas like I said, you can launch up this mission and you can still go ahead and spawn the Dubsta 2 in very easily. Now it is completely random whether you guys go ahead and get the gold or the chrome Dubsta, but once you guys go ahead and grab any one of these, you can go ahead and rinse and repeat this as much as you want. Now I know the majority of you guys are going to be getting this car because it is a rare car that you can't buy off any in-game websites, but you can go ahead and also sell these vehicles if you did want to, and both of them will sell for just over 23k, which is pretty decent for a free vehicle that you're just picking up off the street. And like I said, if you want to rinse and repeat this to fill up just one 10-car garage, you can go ahead and sell all of the vehicles and make a very nice 230k. So you always have that option if you guys are a new player in GTA 5 Online, or you just want to make some quick money on the side. However, that is going to do it from me guys. As always, if you do support the channel, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching guys, and I'll see you in my next video.